The Oslo II Accord divided the West Bank into three administrative divisions, the areas A, B and C. The distinct areas were given a different status, according to the amount of self-government the Palestinians would have over it through the Palestinian Authority, until a final status accord would be established. Divisions. Area A Area A, circa 3% of the West Bank, exclusive East Jerusalem. This area includes 8 Palestinian cities and their surrounding areas, with no Israeli settlements. Entry into this area is forbidden to all Israeli citizens. The Israel Defense Forces occasionally enters the area to conduct raids to arrest suspected militants. Area B, circa 23 to 25%. This area includes some 440 Palestinian villages and their surrounding lands, and no Israeli settlements. Area C, circa 72 to 74%. Under the Y River Memorandum, Israel would further withdraw from some additional 13% from Area C to Area B, which officially reduced Area C to circa 61% of the West Bank. Israel, however, withdrew from only 2% and during Operation Defensive Shield, it reoccupied all territory. According to Danny Rubenstein, much land in Area C is undeveloped. Israel, however, does not permit Palestinian construction for residential, commercial or industrial purposes. 70% of the area is defined as within settler municipal boundaries, where permits for development are denied to Palestinians. The World Bank estimates that the effect has been to cause a potential loss of $14 billion of revenue for the Palestinian economy. Note: in negotiations, Israel has maintained the view that annexed East Jerusalem, no money unregistered trademark S-land and the Palestinian part of the Dead Sea are not part of Area C. This would decrease the proportional share of Area C, compared to the other areas. On the other hand, an arbitrary square kilometre of the West Bank would comprise a higher percentage of the total area of the West Bank. Oslo II defines Area C as a Euro-cubed areas of the West Bank outside Areas A and B, which, except for the issues that will be negotiated in the permanent status negotiations, will be gradually transferred to Palestinian jurisdiction in accordance with this agreement Euro-cubed. The issues that will be negotiated, according to Article 17, are a Euro-cubed Jerusalem, settlements, specified military locations, Palestinian refugees, borders, foreign relations and Israelis. And powers and responsibilities not transferred to the Council are Euro-cubed. Parts of Area C are military area closed for Palestinians. Transfer of Area C: part of Area C was intended to be handed to Palestinians by the end of 1999. Israel promised to redeploy its troops from Areas A and B before the elections. After the inauguration of an elected Palestinian parliament, the Israeli civil administration would be dissolved and the Israeli military government be withdrawn. The council would get some powers and responsibilities. Within 18 months from the date of inauguration, Israel would further redeploy military forces from Area C in 3 phases, however, without transfer of any sovereignty to the Palestinians. A Euro-cubed, the council will assume powers and responsibilities for civil affairs, as well as for public order and internal security, according to this agreement Euro-cubed. A Euro-cubed 1. Israel shall transfer powers and responsibilities as specified in this agreement from the Israeli military government and its civil administration to the council in accordance with this agreement. Israel shall continue to exercise powers and responsibilities not so transferred a Euro-cubed 5. After the inauguration of the council, the civil administration in the West Bank will be dissolved, and the Israeli military government shall be withdrawn. The withdrawal of the military government shall not prevent it from exercising the powers and responsibilities not transferred to the council a Euro-cubed. The military forces would be redeployed in specified military locations in the West Bank, to be negotiated in the permanent status negotiations within 18 months. The Legislative Council was elected in January 1996. Use of Area C, 99% of which is excluded from Palestinian use, contains most of the West Bank, a unregistered trademark as natural resources and open spaces, access to which, according to the World Bank, would enable the Palestinians to halve their budget deficit and lead to an expansion of their economy by a third. Area C includes all Israeli settlements. In 1972, there were 1,000 Israeli settlers living in what is now Area C. By 1993, their population had increased to 110,000. As of 2012, they number more than 300,000 as against 150,000 Palestinians, the majority of whom are Bedouin and farmers, constituting 5% of the Palestinian population on 60% of the land, who are cut off from services available to other Palestinians in areas A and B. According to a 2013 EU report, Israeli policies in the area have undermined the Palestinian presence there, with a deterioration in basic services such as water supplies, education and shelter. Nearly 70% of the Palestinian villages are not connected to the water network that serves settlers, which accounts for the fact that Palestinians in the zone use only a quarter to a third of the per capita consumption of settlers. Palestinians cannot build in Area C without an army permit. However, building applications are expensive and have a 5% approval rate. As a result, most Palestinians who build there do so illegally. Israel demolishes about 200 buildings per year in Area C. Alleged violation of the Accords. Area B is defined as land under Palestinian civil control and Israeli military control. According to Jorotx, Israeli settlers have violated the Accords by spreading into Area B and seizing private Palestinian land for cultivation and settlement. Examples he cites are the Amana settlement, overlooking Ofra, where he argues that land belonging to villagers of Dibon has been taken for redevelopment. The settlement of Itamar, he says, has seized control of land and resources belonging to the Area B villages of Yunnan, Awater and Ain Abus. He states that settlers have seized Area B land near Aish Kodesh and Mitzpeh here east of Shiloh. And he states that settlers of Ma'al Rehavam have built in a nature reserve established under the Y River Memorandum. Religious sites. The Palestinian side agreed to ensure free access to a specific list of Jewish religious sites located in areas A and B as specified in the 1995 Interim Agreement on the West Bank and the Gaza Strip, but due to the uncertain security situation, the Israel Defense Forces limits visits by Jews to rare occasions. In Area C, Palestinians were given the right to visit Al-Mitaz on the Jordan River and to Nabi Musa. See also Palestinian territories, Sharm el-Sheikh Memorandum, Israel's unilateral disengagement plan. References. External links, Palestinian communities in Area C are Chopped, March 2010, Area C and Palestinian state building, redress information.